Okay, part 2 of the video. I don't know, somehow I hit the stop button, so we're back again. So here's my anchor system. Clip that using one of the deep dive line reels. I think this is rated for, I don't remember, 175 pounds. People have replaced this with paracord and didn't like it, and they put this back on, and I haven't heard where anybody said the line was breaking. So then we've clipped the line here with 2 floats. 1 float will float this barely. I would think that any kind of current in the water might cause, the current hitting the rope, your anchor line might pull it under. It wouldn't be enough to pull it to the surface. In calm water, 1 float will float this. 2 floats, no problem. So this line here goes up through my anchor trolley. The ring here, got this at Tractor Supply. Then in the event of an emergency, all I got to do is lift here, use the cleat there. Well, we'll make a liar out of me. Don't you love it when things don't work on camera? Action. There we go. Pops off. Anyway, comes off, and anchor's free. You're free. Go catch your fish. Come back. Your anchor will be back there. So since we're on the topic of the anchor trolley, I used pad eyes from Tractor Supply, well nuts. Somebody suggested using a bungee cord, which I'm using. I'm going to try this, see how I like it. Now I found that these pulleys, they're stainless, and these you've got to get quality pulleys. The other pulleys like this I've tried on the anchor trolley, and they don't work because they twist, and plus the rope for some reason just doesn't stay on the pulley. Tied it off, works good. I don't have any problem with that going all the way up. I run the rope through the ring to keep, so I wouldn't have to put pad eyes in here for a guide. I'm satisfied with this. As long as it's not coming up here and getting in my way, I'm happy. And then back here, used a pad eye with a clip, and again, these stainless pulleys. You can get these on Amazon. I think you get 2 of them for like $6. And let's see. I think I covered this. Yeah, disconnect, covered the back seat. Okay, here I've got a pad eye for leashing my paddle. I've got another pad eye in here so I can tie down my line for all my tools so I don't lose them. So we covered this. We covered inside. Okay, now my man-made saddlebag. I do parking lot striping as a hobby, and so I had some leftover HDPE. You can get this at Menards, 4x8 sheet, 1/8 inch thick. You can get for less than $40. You can get it in black or get it in white. The black was cheaper, so I bought it. I'd probably prefer white. But anyhow, used a heat gun to melt this, to size and to shape it. And then I was originally going to use rivets to bring the ends together, but my rivets were too short. They wouldn't work. So I went ahead and welded it, and the weld actually turned out pretty good. Then I copied the Harmony's Perception's idea, got the little bungee cords on there to keep it secure. Works pretty well. Where their saddlebag will only hold 2 of these, mine will hold 3. Of course, I don't have a cover. Okay, then right now I'm mounting the fish finder here. I don't know if that's going to be permanent or not. I don't know. Transducer wire goes here. I'm not going to run wires inside the hull of my kayak. I'm just not drilling that many holes. Transducer's mounted there under the kayak. There's screws in there. It's made for a transducer. Put the little golf ball from Walmart. You get a dozen of these for like $7. Transom hole plug. Make great plugs for the transom, or for the scupper holes. Sorry. anyway, then I figured, well, this is not going to drain. So I put a little rubber hose in there from the aquarium. So this area here will drain. We'll go ahead and take a look real quick at where the transducer is mounted. There we go. Fits in there real good. It's protected by the hull, real nice. Unless you land on a rock or something. And I've hit things in my other boat, and it's sturdy. You're not going to hurt it. If you hurt that, you're probably having other problems. I don't know that there's some kind of little decal on the side of the boat here. I never saw that before. Huh. You can see that on the video. That's pretty cool. Then this little hook here, somebody discovered these hooks. Some of the Outlaws have a hook on both sides. Some only have it on one side. Mine's the one with only one side. And we were kind of figuring out what that's for. And some people thought that was for the paddle, because you put the paddle up there and it's stored on that end and nowhere for the other end, which is kind of a crappy deal. So we thought, well, you just lay the paddle here, but then that'd be real nice to have a strap there. Well, then somebody just realized that they could set their pole here and then lay it, and this will hold the other end of the pole. So you can set one end of your pole here and over there, and that worked probably perfect for them. So maybe that's what Perception had in mind when they designed that. I don't know. So let's see. The other thing I've done is, I'm a cheapskate, and I don't like paying $25 for these. $25 for a piece of plastic, molded plastic. Now these have a screw in here and a bolt on the bottom. All this white stuff, silicone from when I used this to make a mold. And you can take this off and put anything on you want. So I used 100% silicone. It's got to have acetic acid as the activating agent in it to work. But you take the silicone and dish soap, Dawn dish soap, use a lot of soap. And you can make a mold, which I did. I didn't bring the mold up here. I have one similar to it. I'll show you that. Here. This was the first mold I made. Now this is actually the ball. I haven't tried to mold the ball yet. But so I'll take some hot HDPE and shove in there and let it cool and pop it out of there and drill a hole through it, and if I want another ball mount. But that's what you get with silicone. And you put dish detergent in there, acts as the active acetic acid in it. There's other silicones out there that will not work. They will not work. You've got to get, usually it's the cheapest one they sell. I'm looking for a tube here. Is this the good stuff or the bad stuff? I think this is the bad stuff. Yeah, this one is, this one won't work. It's got methanol and ammonia released during carry. You want this one that says, it's right in this section here, it'll say acetic acid is the one that you want. This one's actually cost more money. It's still 100% silicone, but it will not react with the dish soap. Now, I'm not saying you can't use that on your toilet or something, but it won't work to make a mold out of. So anyway, so I made the mold, used the bottom half of this for the mold, and I came up with this from here down. And then I drilled a hole, I tapped it, 1/4 threads, put a bolt in here, and I really like this. Screw that in there. And you can put anything on there. You can put a ball on there or whatever you want. And now that thread, and this here is a pole holder. Screw that on there and get it kind of snug. And then it'll freely rotate on there. If you want it tighter, well, I could just tighten that bolt down in there if I want. This was my first pole holder design here. These are from a toilet bowl. One of the where you mount the, you can buy these at Home Depot for in the plumbing department. These are to mount the ring on your toilet when you install a new toilet. These slide right in there. Use a little wing nut to hold it in place. I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this. And then I screw this on top of there. And that's my other pole mount holder. Let's see, what else do I got? I think, well, all the steering for the trolling motor. I put the pool noodles on this chair. You can get them for $1 at the dollar store. I try to order them online. They're like $3 or $4 a piece, or more. And but you can get a dollar store. You can get them for $1. Put these on here in case I lose my seat. The seat will float. I have a seat for the old Pro 10 in there, and we were out there flipping the kayaks, practicing to get back in them. And I had the back bungee on the Pro 10. I had it strapped down, but I didn't have the front one strapped down. And when the seat flipped off, it actually came off the bungee cord, and now that seat sits in the bottom of Paint Creek down there, Hillsboro, Ohio. And to replace that, you have to get this seat from Harmony. They're $150. So wasn't happy with that, so I bought a new seat for that one. This one, I'm not buying a new seat. I'm going to get a rope, and I'm going to leash it, probably tie it right here. I'm gonna make sure it's connected, put about a 5-foot cord on there, leash it to my kayak somewhere so I don't lose it. Like I say, got plenty of storage under there, sits well. Let's see, I go ahead and let me pause the video and I'll hook up the steering. Okay, I've installed the, it's called a U-joint tiller extension. You can get these on Amazon. They're about 50 bucks. But for me, I thought it was a lot easier than, you know, taking the head off and doing the foot steering and running cables through your thing. As long as it's not in the way of actually fishing, then I'm very happy with it. Now, I like it because if I want to turn right, I just push this out to the right. If I want to turn left, I pull it to the left. Now, of course, I'd have to, so I'll just show you how that operates here. Very smooth, very easy. I can raise and lower the motor here. Pretty easy. Now, my first time out, I had used a hose clamp and clamped this so that the motor could easily tilt. Well, when you put it in reverse, the motor wants to pick up, and I didn't like that. So we're going out today, and I'm going to try it this way. We'll see how it works. Now, I guess if you're going really fast and you hit something with the trolling motor, you know, it's going to boom. I don't know, something might break. I guess we'll cross that road when we get there. But this is real nice. Now I put on here, and of course you get used to it, but I put a mark right here. If I want to go forward, you turn it, go just so you can adjust it. Oops, sorry about the camera. But you can go forward or backward while turning. Now, you go like here, you're not going to be able to do it, but you get to a point where it will rotate. So right there, there's off. Other than that, that's it for the kayak. The only other thing I have is that cart, and that's a work in progress. So we'll cover that in another video. Overall, I'm happy. Like I said, I'm going to go out. Only going to be the second time out on the water today. And it'll be the first time out with the raised seat. So I've got some other ideas. Probably going to make some more of these, mold some more of these. At least have another one so I can have one in all 3 holes. And I've got some ideas there. You know, I may put a steering wheel on this kayak. It'd be very easy. I got, you know, you got 3 mounts right here, and you know, which is a triangle, and you could put a little frame right in here, and you could easily put a steering wheel in there. And with a pulley system, you run back here and you could steer your trolling motor with a steering wheel on the front. I don't know. I might do it. I don't know. We'll see. It's like a mosquito bite on my brain. It's itching, so we may go there. Anyway, that's it for now. If you got any questions, let me know. Talk to you later. John out.